Hey everyone, my name is Dennis Fronda and I am a faculty from the Fundamentals and Administration Department. This is a short video to orient you with our learning management system, which is called Moodle. Moodle stands for Modular Object Oriented Dynamic Learning Environment. It is an online educational platform that provides custom learning environments for students. And educators can use Moodle to create lessons, manage courses, and interact with teachers and students. To access Moodle, you need to go to the SQU homepage, locate online services, click on it, and click e-learning. Otherwise, you can also search SQU e-learning, click on it, and it will direct you to the same web page. Now, you notice that in our e-learning versions, there are two versions. E-learning for academic, which is for courses registered officially with Deanship of Admissions and Registration, and e-learning for non-academic, for courses used for community services, research, students' projects, training, and others. For this video, we will be using e-learning for academic. Once you click on it, it will direct you to another tab in which you need to log in using your username and password. Now, if you have difficulties logging in using your username, especially for newcomers, you can contact the help desk in CIS on the ground floor, or you can send them an email. Assuming that your username and password is doing well, you can now log in. And by default, it will direct you to the Moodle dashboard. Now, the Moodle dashboard will show you the courses that you have in progress, courses that you are requesting for the future, and your previous courses before. As you can see, I have lots of courses before in the Moodle in the past. In your dashboard, you can also see um, in your dashboard, you can also see your private files. The private files, you can upload it so that you can add it up later to your module if there is a need to. You can upload up to 100 MB of files. You can see here also other modules like online users, calendars, and upcoming events. Now, if you want to customize it according to your liking, there is a customize button here in which you can include or exclude modules according to your liking. Now, on the left side, below the dashboard, you can see the site home. You click on it, and here you can see a place where you can search for courses that you want to enroll with. Otherwise, if you want to request a course of your own, there is a place here in which you can request for a new course. You click on the course request, and it will direct you to this page. You need to fill up this form, the course full name, the course code, course category, a short summary of the course, and a reason for wanting this course, and you click on request a course. It will go on directly to the CET, and once approved, you will now see the course that you requested either here in my courses or in the dashboard. Assuming that your course is already approved, you can now move on to click on your course. And the first thing that you need to do is to edit the settings. On the upper right hand corner, you can click on the edit settings. And from here, you can edit the course settings. You can, the course full name will appear, including the course short name, the course category, the start and the course end date, a course summary, description, and to make your Moodle lively, you can add up and drag a profile picture. Accepted file types can be JAF, JPEG, or PNG. In the course format, you have the option to choose between weekly format, or if you want it to be formatted according to topics, single activity format, or social format, or one topic format. In which case, most commonly used format is a weekly format. For a semester, we'll be having 15 weeks. So once you specify the date, the start date and the end date, then it will automatically show there that it will be 15 weeks. Appearance, there's no need to change that. Files and uploads, the maximum upload size you can change from minimum of 10 kilobyte up to a limit of 2 gigabyte. Now the upload size is very useful if and when you require participants to submit uh, attachments like videos or pictures. Um, the maximum upload size we can set it up here, which is a maximum of 2 gigabyte. Groups remaining tags. Once you are satisfied, you can click save and display. Once your course had been set up according to weeks, it will show here week 1, week 2, week 3, up to week 15. It's now time for you to click on the participants and enroll a user. From here, you can enroll the users or participants. There are two enrollment methods. One is manual and one is self-enrollment, in which case we'll try self-enrollment. And in self-enrollment, it is very important for you to specify the enrollment key. Now, the enrollment key, you can leave it blank. That means to say that if there is no enrollment key, anybody who had an access in the Moodle can enter and enroll into your course because it is open. Otherwise, if you don't want that, you can restrict enrollment in your course by putting up an enrollment key here and announcing it to participants later on. Right? You can assign default assign role, which is student, the start date and the end date of the enrollment period. You can specify here the maximum enrolled users and a customized welcome message you can add up. Once you're done, you can save changes. Otherwise, if you don't want students to enroll themselves, you can manually enroll them by clicking on the manual enrollment method. From here, you can search for students. Uh, let's say Aisha, for example, or from your ID number you can use. You can click on this participant and you can click add. Once you click add, it will go and move on to the enrolled users. Now, assuming that you have done it by mistake, you can still have the option to remove that participant, that person, into the enrolled users. So this is the manual method. From enrolling a participant, you can also you also have the function to group the participants accordingly to per group. Now, if there is a need for you to group the participants, you can either do it manually by creating a group and adding it one by one, the name of the participants, or you can click on auto create groups, or you can import an existing groups that you already have. Now that you have enrolled users, the next thing that you need to do is to go back to your course, and you can now customize what you want to add up to your Moodle by clicking on the turn editing on. Once the turn editing is on, you can now customize the activities and the resources that you want to upload or to be seen in your Moodle by clicking add activity or resource. When you click add an activity or resource, it will show you different activities that you can use, such as active quizzes, assignments. You click on assignment here and it will show you a brief description of what activity is this. We have chats, we have forums. We also have questionnaires or quizzes like in online exams, survey, Turnitin assignment, wikis. And aside from activities, you can also add up resources, which is the most commonly used function of the Moodle. And that is to upload your PowerPoint presentation. If you want to upload the PowerPoint presentation, click on File, click on Add, and it will direct you to a page naming the file that you are about to upload, and dragging it from here. Choose a file that you have, okay, and upload this file. Once you once you choose this file and you click this upload, it will be uploaded directly to the Moodle. Right? You also have the ability to upload, aside from a file, a book or a folder, or if you want a link from a YouTube video, you can get the URL of that web page and link it here. URL. Right? So that is the basic of your Moodle. Once it is set up, you now have a requested a new course, and you now have enrollment, and you can now upload, include or exclude resources and activities. That's the basic of our learning management system. Now you can turn off the editing off, And if you want to check according to the perspective of the student, you can switch role from an editing teacher to non-editing teacher to a student and guest. If you click on student, it will show you here that your role now is as a student, and this is what the student will see. Because sometimes there are instances wherein you can hide um, an activity or a resource. So like let's say in week one you want it to be hidden, just click hide. From the perspective of the instructor, you can still see it, but from the perspective week one, this section 20, week one section 20, when you switch role to a student, week one section 20 will now be hidden if and when you take the role of the student. All right, so that's the basic of our Moodle. And if you want to go back to your normal role now, you can return to being an editing teacher. And let's now move on to discuss briefly the SKU portal attendance. If you click on the SKU portal attendance from the Moodle, it will direct you to your portal in which you need to log in using your username and password. You click on it and it will direct you to the SKU portal attendance. In the SKU portal attendance, it will show you the courses that you're handling. Click on the attendance on the right side and it will direct you to a page where the course file, the course name and the course code will appear, including the total contact hours, course credits from week 1 to week 15. It will show you the name of the students as well as the percentage of the absences that we have. The calculation, I will show you later how to calculate it, but the system will calculate it automatically. Now, by default, uh, in this column, all students by default are marked absent. So make it sure that you're updating the attendance on a weekly basis. Otherwise, if you fail to do so, it might be grayed out. And if you go back and update it, you cannot do it anymore because it's already grayed out, in which case you need to seek assistance from the Deanship of Admissions and Research by writing them an email and asking for assistance. And of course, the justification why you're not able to update it. So make it sure that you're updating it on a weekly basis. Now, if you notice, the system will calculate the percentage of absences automatically, in which case, if there is a need for them to be issued a warning notice, it will show here, as well as a red flag that they exceeded already the warning notice, and all you need to do now is to issue a warning notice. Now, the warning notice will be emailed not only to the student but also to the advisor, including the instructor. It will also send an SMS to the aforementioned student. Now, in the student attendance webpage, you can see here the attendance policy. The attendance policy, you need to read this because during orientation, the students needs to be informed about this. When do you issue absentee warning notice? And when do you issue an absentee withdrawal notice? That's it for the basic of our learning management system, and the SKU portal attendance. If you have further clarifications, you can seek assistance from the chair of the continuing education committee, or you can also contact me, and I will gladly help you out. Thanks, and see you around.